Hi, this is Bull Critter Steve,
And this is Bull Critter John.
and today we're here to talk to you about Project Epoch.
Yeah, so what Project Epoch is going to be is a creative world building session, and we're going to use some tools to get it done. The first one, it's a modified version of something called Dawn of Worlds, which is a collaborative effort from a bunch of really talented role players and world creators. And what it is it's kind of like a rule set, and it's going to happen across 5 ages. And each age is going to be filled with rounds, and during those rounds each participant is going to have the ability to make races, make cities, make armies, and all those things are going to be what seeds your dungeons and things later. And then later we're going to go in with two lame mage products called Microscope and Follow, and those will allow us to go even further into the world that we're trying to create.
Yep. And what kind of inspired us to step into this particular project is looking at settings that already exist inside of the D&D portfolio. The two that popped out to us were the Forgotten Realms, which is created by Ed Greenwood, and the Dragonlance setting created by Weiss and Hickman. And while we were kind of looking at all of these, the thought process was a lot of these settings started with maybe one mind behind it, but became more fleshed out and way more in depth when you brought more creative minds to the table. And as DMs ourselves, we've kind of done the solo world creation, and a lot of stuff kind of gets lost in the minutia when you're doing it solo. When you get more minds coming to the table, you get a more interesting outcome. And following that, we kind of looked into people that we've role played with, people that have DM'd for us in the past, and started putting the building blocks of this project together. And one of the first people that we kind of approached this entire idea with was a friend of ours, Son of Pookie.
Yeah, so Son of Pookie has been probably role playing since first ed, and he when he runs, it's wildly creative stuff. But he's done some of the coolest Cthulhu one shots I've played. He takes a mashup of a bunch of different genre stuff, and finds ways to make ideas that you would seem very disparate and make them work together. To make some really interesting stories. And then after that, we also have another player and DM we play with named Corinth.
Yeah. Corinth has been our staple DM for a lot of our 3-5 games that we've played. He's also been a player at my table for a bunch of World of Darkness stuff. The great thing about Corinth for us is he is very good at bringing characters to life. Even when he brings a concept that might seem a bit dry at initial presentation, he breathes a life into it that you're not necessarily expecting, which is really refreshing. And so those are the two people that we're bringing to the table with us. We also have John coming to the table. John is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting players that I've had the good luck of having at my table, because he brings a lot of interesting concepts to life, things that some people might not normally address, darker concepts sometimes, or just things that aren't as common.
Southern Gentleman Bruja.
Yeah.
And then we have Steve here, and Steve's been role playing and DMing. He's been the main DM for a few parties for roughly 2 decades now, or a little bit more actually. And it has a great way of building out games and allowing being a very allowing a lot of things to happen in your players' games, but still maintaining a sense of control at the same time, where it doesn't go off the rails. The ability to be able to balance that is a skill that's very meritable, especially when we're trying to build an entire world that's entirely balanced against itself.
So we're going to be bringing all of these minds together. For our first session will be Monday the 30th.
Monday the 30th, 8 p.m. Central. We hope to see you there. We're going to be running through our first ages with maybe a short setup at the beginning on how the process works as far as rounds go. And that's it.
So look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
And this is
Hope
Bull
to see you
Critter
there.
Steve signing out.
And Bull Critter John, you guys have a great night.
Good night.